In the ever-evolving world of music, there are those who create trends, and then there are those who redefine them. Today, we delve into the story of a dynamic duo whose sonic innovations have shaped the soundscape of music. Join us on this journey as we explore the unparalleled legacy and profound impact of the Neptunes, from chart-topping hits that shook the airwaves to groundbreaking collaborations that transcended genres. The Neptunes, composing of Pharrell Williams and Chad Hugo, have left an indelible mark on the industry. Their unique approach to production, genre-blending artistry, and a knack for crafting infectious melodies have made them legendary in the realm of music. This is the legacy of the Neptunes. The Neptunes, composed of Williams and Hugo, formed in the early 90s. Their partnership and journey into music production began during their high school years in Virginia. Pharrell Williams and Chad Hugo first crossed paths at school they both attended. Their shared interest in music, particularly in the emerging hip-hop and R&B scenes, led to their friendship. They discovered a mutual passion for creating music, with Pharrell showcasing his talents on the drums, and Chad as a skilled instrumentalist playing the saxophone. They began experimenting with music production, honing their skills, and developing a unique style. It wasn't long before their talents caught the attention of local artists and producers. As they continued to refine their production techniques and sound, Williams and Hugo officially formed the Neptunes. The name The Neptunes is said to be a reference to the mysterious and boundless nature of the planet Neptune, symbolizing their artistic exploration and creativity. Their breakthrough came when they produced tracks for Teddy Riley, an established figure in the R&B and hip-hop scene. This early success led to opportunities for the duo to work with other artists, and their reputation as innovative producers began to grow.
He was the only one there, so I was like, wow, I can really do something here. So I said, you know what? Let's develop talent shows where we can find talent.
How many of y'all out there got no talent?
Most of the singers that would sing Luther Vandross, you know, the whole high note, the Apollo high note, you know, and you win. I ended that. You're not going to pick the Luther Vandross guy. It's not going to take the high note to win this talent show. It's going to take talent, hidden talent.
It's time for our next performance. Here comes Pharrell and Chad, the Neptunes.
And I wrote down to the judges, you're going to pick these guys right over here, the Neptunes.
Pharrell Williams and we started out in the gifted and talented program at school. I was playing saxophone. There's a lot of tenor sax and pop music. You know, you turn on MTV and you see the guy with the... And I wanted to be that guy. Pharrell Williams was playing drums. I remember Pharrell organizing the drum line to play Benita Applebum. I had to set up a lab at my parents' house. I had a SK1 and a 4-track studio and just started banging up beats. I'm Pharrell was rapping about like nature and science fiction. And we had like 4 songs that we played at the talent show.
They won the talent show, and the prize was to record a song with Teddy. Even though that was a prize, it wasn't really happening. You know, Teddy was a busy guy, you know, a lot of cute girls, a lot of fast cars. I kept telling him, you gotta do something with these guys. And Teddy took it seriously, and he signed them.
Teddy was definitely a mentor. Just to see him work was amazing because he was an engineer and he would layer his drums. We got the chance to make music with some of the acts that were in there. We had a chance to write for Rex and Effect.
They knew how to just go right into the studio and just work on music, and they just kept making beats. That was the development, hands-on. Pharrell was the guy to write my rap. Pharrell's like, yo, I could put something together, you know, I was like, bet. That's how Rump Shaker was. So he went, we're gonna do a little like this. Jiggity, it's Teddy. Rex, you put 1, 2, check. Rex and effects is in effects, but I'm the record about the track.
Rump Shaker was a hit. That song ran. Like, I had no clue that was Pharrell. I just found that out like within like the last 2 years.
Totally propelled as Pharrell as a songwriter and a producer. We just wanted to build from there.
Throughout their journey, the Neptunes' passion for music combined with their dedication to pushing the boundaries of music production, ultimately propelled them to become one of the most influential and iconic production duos in the music industry. The early years saw the duo attempting to gain experience with already established artists. Alongside working with Teddy Riley, the duo co-wrote Tonight's the Night from Blackstreet's debut album. Williams can also be heard on the SWV track Right Here, where he says the letters SWV at the start of the song. Some other tracks included When Boy Meets Girl, which is a track by the girl group Total. This saw the duo sample the Bee Gees track Love You Inside Out. They also worked with MC Lyte and Mace. Their big breakthrough came in the late 1990s with the success of N.E.R.D's Super Thug, also known as What, is a hip-hop song released in 1998. Produced by the Neptunes, the song was groundbreaking at the time for a few reasons. Super Thug featured a highly distinctive and innovative production style. The beat was characterized by a minimalist yet infectious drum pattern, a catchy guitar riff, and quirky synth sounds. This unique production set it apart from many other hip-hop tracks. Super Thug seamlessly blended elements of hip-hop, funk, and electronic music. This genre-blurring approach was relatively novel at the time and contributed to the song's fresh and forward-thinking sound. We do see this a lot more with songs released since, and lines between genres continue to be blurred to this day, but a lot of this credit in hip-hop can be traced back to this song. The song's success had a significant cultural impact, influencing the sound and production style of hip-hop and rap music in the late 1990s and early 2000s. It paved the way for more experimentation in hip-hop production. It challenged traditional hip-hop production norms by embracing a more eclectic and futuristic sound. It showcased the Neptunes' ability to push boundaries and set trends, ultimately influencing the direction of hip-hop and pop music in the years that followed. The drum patterns and sounds from this song would also go on to be used in a number of other songs later produced by the duo. In 1999, the duo would work on building their production discography and would go on to entirely produce Kelly's first two albums, Kaleidoscope and Wonderland. Throughout the 2000s, the Neptunes continued to produce hits for a wide range of artists, including Justin Timberlake, Snoop Dogg, and Britney Spears. They maintained their reputation for innovative and genre-blending production. While it's challenging to attribute the success or resurgence of an artist's entire career to a single song, some of the Neptunes' productions have played a significant role in revitalizing or elevating the careers of certain artists. These songs contributed to renewed popularity and chart success for these artists, as well as helped to shape the course of music throughout the decade. Hot in Here by Nelly. The first single released in 2002 from Nelly's sophomore album, Nellyville, marked a significant moment in his career and helped him maintain his status as a prominent hip-hop artist. The song was more mainstream for Nelly compared to that of his first album, and helped to put Nelly as one of the central figures for hip-hop during the 2000s. The song would go on to become Nelly's first solo #1 on the US Billboard chart, as well as reaching #1 in Canada and the top 10 in the UK. This would also earn Nelly a Grammy Award in 2003. The song was not only produced by the Neptunes, but both Williams and Chad have writing credits on the song as well. Holla Back Girl by Gwen Stefani. Holla Back Girl was the third single released from her debut album Love Angel Music, Baby, and saw Gwen step away from her punk sounds from No Doubt to try something a bit different compared to her previous work. After a number of studio sessions, Williams, Hugo and Stefani came up with the signature sound and co-wrote the song together. The song would go on to also top the charts in a number of countries including USA, as well as reaching the top 10 in the UK, Ireland and Australia, and has remained Gwen's only solo single to top the US chart to date. Drop It Like It's Hot by Snoop Dogg. This collaboration with the Neptunes brought Snoop Dogg back to the forefront of the hip-hop scene and became one of Snoop's signature hits. The track not only saw Williams and Hugo contribute to writing, but also saw Williams rap the first verse. Released in 2004, the song topped the US Billboard Hot 100 for 3 weeks, making it both artists' first #1 on the chart. The song, which went on to yet again bring a fresh sound to hip-hop for its minimal, extremely sparse production, consisting of tongue clicks, keyboards, a drum machine beat, and white noise. The song would go on to be nominated at the Grammys for 2 awards, including Best Rap Song. Excuse Me Miss by Jay-Z. While Jay-Z had an already illustrious career, his collaboration with the Neptunes on this track was a notable success during a period when he was actively evolving his sound. Excuse Me Miss was the third and final single from the Blueprint 2, The Gift and the Curse album released in 2004, and was successful commercially. It peaked at number 8 on the Billboard Hot 100. The song once again saw Williams lend his vocal talents, singing the chorus with both Hugo and Williams acquiring writing and production credits. Rock Your Body by Justin Timberlake. This song was part of Justin Timberlake's transition from a member of NSYNC to a successful solo artist, establishing him as a major pop star. The song was originally rejected by Michael Jackson for his 2001 album Invincible, and instead went to Justin for his debut album Justified. The song, which featured backing vocals by Vanessa Marquez and saw the Neptunes work on a more disco-funk-inspired track, which again stood out from songs that were out around the same time. The song would remain a standout in Justin's career to date. I'm a Slave for You by Britney Spears. The duo also crafted some career-defining tracks for the singer, including I'm a Slave for You, which saw Britney begin her career transition from teen idol to the princess of pop. The track was a huge departure from Britney's previous work and sounded like nothing else that was released around that time. Released in 2001, the song was received with a mixed reception, with some critics feeling like the song was too raunchy for Britney, where others praised her efforts for wanting to shed her girl-next-door image. Whilst the song itself did not hit the top 10 and reached number 27 on the US Billboard Hot 100, it has become a staple in Britney's career. Interestingly, this song, along with the other Williams-penned track Boys, was originally intended for Janet Jackson's All For You album, but was rejected by Jackson, and the song went to Britney. While then seen as controversial, in subsequent years, I'm a Slave for You has since gone down in pop culture history, with Billboard regarding the song as groundbreaking, daring, and artistically creative. The Neptunes have helped to shape and evolve many more artists across the decades, including Toni Braxton, Beyoncé, Madonna, and Monica, as well as hundreds of artists over the last 20 years. In essence, the Neptunes' sound is characterized by its genre-defying nature, innovation, and ability to craft music that is both ahead of its time and immediately engaging. Their productions have left an indelible mark on the music industry and continue to inspire artists and producers across a wide range of genres. The impact and ripples from the production duo was also felt across the wider music industry, with mainstream pop music during this time moving towards a more, quote, urban pop sound, end quote. Artists such as Christina Aguilera, Nelly Furtado, and Jessica Simpson, who were focused on producing pure pop, shifted to a more urban pop-inspired sound. Additionally, the genre-blending focus resulted in artists across multiple genres collaborating more often with artists like Eminem and Dido, who fuse pop and hip-hop together, the Black Eyed Peas and Justin Timberlake, and of course Jay-Z and Linkin Park fusing rock and rap. Whilst collaborations are nothing new, the Neptunes blurring the lines between genres resulted in more interesting and diverse pairings within music. Whilst Williams and Hugo have gone on to solo ventures, the pair have always held a passion in music and regrouped in 2020 to once again reinvent music and continue to push the boundary within music production. As we conclude our journey through the unparalleled legacy of the Neptunes, one thing becomes abundantly clear. From hip-hop to pop, from the studio to the stage, Pharrell Williams and Chad Hugo dared to be different. They shattered musical boundaries, setting new standards of creativity in the industry. The Neptunes, more than just producers, more than just artists, they're architects of sound, builders of dreams, and inspirations to us all. And remember, the future of music is still being written, shaped by those who dare to think differently.
When I met Pharrell Williams, he was an aspiring rapper, songwriter, and producer, and we got together and made some music, recorded music back in my home. I think at the time I was experimenting with mic feedback, 808s, and things that were really inspiring, like sci-fi aspect, and we share the admiration for sci-fi films and like Star Trek and things like that. Making records and being a instrumental part in creating music, creating songs. You know, I never thought I was be considered a songwriter. It's always just been gratifying to see people enjoy the music when it's played out loud, and you're cultivating moments or opportunities for moments to share. And when music is played out, it's a sound, and if we can share that understanding with what we hear, and then hopefully we'll be able to understand each other's soul and our intents in this world. I'm just really thankful that we're able to move people and be a part of people's lives and be inspiring at the same time for next generation or other musicians.
I'm also keen to hear from you and what your favourite tracks are that have been produced or remixed by the Neptunes. Post your comments below. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe and follow me for more musical journeys and stories that resonate across generations.